female common garter snake eating some fuzzies. Why are you shying away, huh? Make this easy, could you? Feeding the video. Still learning how to use the camera, so bear with me. Well, she's got it already. I'll see if I can time lapse and speed this up a little bit. Here soon I'll get her like a friend or like a little snake hubby. Damn, she was hungry. I just got her a heating pad, so that's probably why. I didn't just get her a heating pad. She's had one for a while, but... Aww. Those are like the perfect size for her. Been working on learning how to use this camera a bit better and making more videos and getting more consistent. Just also kind of busy working too. That and these cameras are a little more, takes a little more learning than I thought they did. We've also got our bioactive enclosure. I will show that today. Got 2 pothos and a bamboo plant in there. Do you see your I'm going to give her a second. Let her get that in. And then I'll show her to her second food item. Got that nice dark green, blackish coloration on her. As you can see, she's very healthy. Now to the second food item. that right away. Barely even had to touch it. There's pheromones in the head of their prey. That's how they know to eat that part first. It's like if you ever watch them grab it from the side or from the butt, they know to like maneuver the prey around based off of like the pheromones that they're sensing in the head. For the same reason why if you have baby gardener snakes and they have trouble eating, or like baby snakes and they have trouble eating, you can sort of like take the brain matter and like rub it on different food sources, and it will trigger a food response. Well, if you're lucky anyway. Most of the time it works. Zoom in a little bit, but I'm afraid to zoom because like I don't know how fuzzy this thing's gonna get if I zoom. I'm just holding it, I'm not using the tripod right now. I figured this would be like a holding experience. I'd also like to get better light too. Let's see if I can get it in there a little more. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. I feed her 2 of these about every 1 to 2 weeks or so, and when she gets like really, really big in the middle, I relax a little bit and I let her chill. And then I go back to regular feedings. As you can see though, she's very healthy. Aww. It's like mythic watching them eat. Not live prey though, I feel like that's messed up. Unless you have a really picky snake that's supposed to be on live because it's the only thing they'll eat. I find that feeding live is kind of, in my opinion, messed up and dangerous for your snake too. Their prey items can actually attack them and hurt them, especially if they're big enough to put up a good fight. And especially for like little constrictors like this that gotta rely on like getting stealthy, getting close, and wrapping up their prey really quickly. It can be really dangerous for them. And even snakes that use venom, it's dangerous for them too, because the time it takes the venom to like knock out their prey is the same amount of time it can take the prey to like gouge out your snake's eyes or rip open their stomach or something crazy. So generally, frozen thawed is probably better. And unless you know your prey item isn't gonna like do anything to your snake. Looks like she's going to try to get the whole thing down, just like that. Yes, let's go about it butt in then. Alright. Whatever works. Sometimes they're not picky, and they just do whatever works. Lovely little video. You know, quality's super amazing yet. I'm working on it. Bear with me here. I'm still noob in this. There you go. Aww. She got that in there like a pro. You see, that's when you buy like the prey's like the perfect size for it. You can feed them things that are like much bigger if you really want to, but there's a really good chance you're going to regurgitate it. Usually you just want to go like a little bit thicker than like your snake's girth. And that's usually about right for them. And as you can see, it's working really well for her because she's really well fed. And I haven't been having any problems with her, so that's good. This is just a common gardener snake. I'll get more as I go along. I'll breed her and many more things. And as I do, I'll make more videos. Here soon comes the amazing cricket update, the amazing dibia roach update, mealworms and superworms, and of course my plants. Sort of just starting for like the third time, so it's kind of slow going. Had a lot of things before, but had to move or something would happen and I'd have to restart again. But hopefully this time no more restarting. Just be able to build it and keep it. I'm going to give her a second, let her make sure she's got that all the way in there, and then I'll show you her enclosure as I put her back in there. She's got a really nice powerful UVB light if she chooses to use it. She does quite often. She has a UVA light that just provides a little bit of heat, and a heating pad to provide a little bit extra heat. And the thing about the UVA lights is it's also like, it's good for their mood. That type of light like supports their like activity level during the day. So that's the other reason for having it. Otherwise, you could probably just have just the UVB light and just the heating pad, and they would be fine. And some people don't even have the UVB light, and while I understand why, I happen to disagree. Any of the critters I've ever owned have done much better having the UVB rays. And in the wild, they would also be having the UVB rays too. And while you can't supplement with vitamins, that's true. And those snakes do fine too, so I'm not judging the people that don't. I'm just explaining why I take the time to do so. I also don't really bother with tubs, unless it's like a quarantine situation. Because I find that, how would you like it if you lived in something the size of a bathroom for your entire life, and you were never able to leave? People slid food underneath the door for you, but they would never let you out. Probably wouldn't like that very much. So I happen to think that tanks are probably the better way to go, and so is bioactive enclosures. Of course, whatever works for your particular critter is also fine. As long as they're happy, that's what counts. Alright, looks like she's got that in there. And now, I'm going to try to move her to the enclosure. I'm going to unplug the microphone. So, if it's not charged enough, or if it doesn't hold a charge all by itself, the sound might go out. But you'll still have video. looks like we have a little bit of a charge in the microphone, so this is her enclosure. Ta-da! Now, for venomous snake training, I normally use my hook, but because I'm holding a camera with one hand, I'm just gonna move her with my hand. But normally, I would treat this non-venomous snake like it is a very dangerous, very venomous snake. So that way one day I can breed rattlesnakes. But for today, for the sake of this video, we're just gonna go ahead and move her with my bare hands. Here soon I will take a temperature of her heating area. And I'll show that as well. See, so she's doing very well. Oop. Relax, Mama. Ow. Into her enclosure she goes. See, you can see right there's the bamboo. And you can see the two pothoses in there. And all the moss and stuff that she's got going on over there. Her nice water bowl is big enough for her to bathe in. A log to sit on. And then there's her warm side. And over here, behind here, is the heating pad. That way she's got plenty of warmth. She'll be needing that now that she just had a good feed. Now, I got one of these ZooMed tanks, 20-gallon tanks, with the locking doors. But if I had a venomous snake, I would probably make a custom cage. And there's a couple other trusted brands out there that you can use that are really good for those. But just using like regular terrariums that you find from the store may or may not work depending on the species you have. For this one, it's fine. I'm not putting anybody in any danger. I'm not in any danger. The snake is very happy. So doing pretty good. But like, as things progress forward, have to get more and more, how do you say, constructive. There you go. Creative. Alright, more to come soon. Thank you. Please have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. Of course, you know, don't have much yet, but like, maybe in the future, like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.